Hello there, welcome to Hang Out with Jenny, and today I'd like to show you how to make blended pepper and tomato paste, as you can see in this video. So come with me as we continue. As you can see how thick this tomato paste is. It is a combination of tomato, pepper, and the kind of pepper I use here is rodo that we know in Nigeria, and then I have the tatache inclusive, and you can see that I'm scooping it into a sealed polythene bag so that I can keep that in the refrigerator for my use anytime and any day. As you can see this, the reason why I do this is because I want to conserve my gas instead of burning it out, and I also want to preserve the nutrients. So what do we need? You need a clean bowl. You need a clean bowl for it, and then you also need a sieve. You can see some particles on this sieve is because I've just used it. Then I just want to use it for these training purposes. So that is why you see some tomato particles in this sieve. And then part of the one that I just cooked out of the sieve, I reserved just little, and then I added water to heat to give me this kind of texture. And you can see it in the polythene bag. You can see how thick it is. I'll only put this in my freezer and then cut out of it anytime I want to cook. So you can make it any kind of texture you like. When blending your tomatoes, it is not necessary that you add too much of water, and depending on the kind of sieve you have. So for these training purposes, I just added a little bit of water to the thick one that I had before. And then this is how you add it into the sieve. You gently pour it into the center place of your sieve. As you can see, you must not add any pressure to it. You must not add any pressure to it. You can see how gently I'm scooping the tomato solution into the sieve. Just follow me as I do this. Gently, no pressure. The spoon is not touching the sieve. I'm only pouring it gradually into the bowl. Just make sure that you're pouring it into the centerpiece of the sieve. And as you do so, the tomato solution will keep spreading. And as it spreads, it will be draining out the water you don't want. And in this, you can see that I changed the bowl. I finished cooking everything. So, and this is what I have. And you can see that it's a little bit thickened, though some water has been draining off immediately as I have done that. You can see, look at how clear the water is. I had to change the bowl so that you can see how clear the water will be. You look at how it is dropping. You can see that it is it just had a little bit of reddish color. And can you imagine that your tomato solution can bring in this clear color? You understand? So because I did not mount too much pressure on it, so the water is draining out gradually. And as the water is draining out, the paste or the solution is getting thickened. So you leave that. You can cover it, and sometimes you can leave it overnight. It depends on when you want to use it. Or sometimes when I have to cook and I needed to cook very fast, the first thing I do is I just sieve this first before I slice tomatoes or wash fish or chicken or whatever that I want to do, I do this first, so that by the time I will start cooking, this must have drained some water, and I may not arrive at this, for immediate cooking. But this, I arrived at this because I had kept it on over the night. So it depends on how thick your blended tomato was from the onset, But if you make it thicker, it drains faster and it gets thicker faster. So you can see it. So this one, I'm going to keep this into the refrigerator, and I'll be, cutting some out anytime I want to cook. So as you see it in this sieve, it is getting drained gradually. You can see it. It's still bringing out its clear, you see, it's clear water. And sometimes when you cook, you realize that your tomato stew has a sour taste, which is the natural taste for tomato. But when you do it like this, you have drained out that sour solution, and then by the time you will cook, you have a clear taste of your tomato stew. And one of the reasons why I do it like this is because I don't like that sour taste. And as you can see, it's getting thickened gradually. I can use it to cook like this. But the point here is that it's not as if the water that is drained out of this process is what I'll use to cook. In order to avoid that sour taste, I have to use a fresh water to add to my cooking whenever I want to use this. So if you practice this, you find out that your tomato sauce or your tomato stew will not have that sour taste. Even if you want to cook jollof rice or any other thing, it is better you do it like this so that you will not have that sour taste. You can see. And as I'm, just packing it like this, the spoon is not touching the depth of that sieve. I'm just scooping the the surface of it, and this will give me what I want. So I can add fresh water to my cooking to the desired thickness that I want. So I've been doing this over the years, and I felt that, let me share it with anyone and everyone that is interested to know how to preserve your pepper and tomato paste. And at the end of it, you will realize that it is even more thicker than the canned tomato that we have. This reddish tomato paste that we have, like the dericas and all that. So it is more thicker than that. So you can cover it if